Welcome to the Towering Tropical Shirts Football Update brought to you by Mango Rum. It's so good and it's good for you. Yes, the NFL season officially opens this Sunday, today. Woohoo! Yeah, 18 straight weeks of regular season NFL action where every team is going to have a chance to try to get that brass ring, that big ring that says Super Bowl. Don't worry guys, I know the Jets ain't going there, but we'll get into that later on. But I am really excited about it. We've had a very crazy offseason. We've got a whole bunch of old faces in new places. Matt Stafford, J.J. Watt, and Julio Jones, and they've all moved on to different teams. And we've also got a whole bunch of new, freshly scrubbed faces that are looking to lead franchises to the promised land. See Trevor Lawrence, see Zach Wilson. Hello, Zach Wilson. Welcome to the New York Jets. And we'll get into that sometime later, but more importantly, it's football season. And I know we've all waited so long for it. COVID-19 has been a monster, but this year looks like they're gonna put fans in the stands all over the place. I just sincerely hope everyone is either vaccinated and masked up. Everybody, please be safe, be careful. So let's look at some of these great games that we've got coming up this weekend. You know, week one is always the hardest week to predict because nobody's played into the fourth quarter. Most starters haven't played at all. So it's always interesting to see what's going to happen after halftime. So the first most interesting game that I'm looking for, this Jets fan, we're looking at the Jets going down to play the Carolina Panthers. That's right, Zach Wilson gets his first look at regular season action against the Panthers, who are going to be starting ex-Jet Sam Darnold at QB, as well as wide receiver Robbie Anderson. Both have worn green and white. They both got dumped. Now they get a chance to really take it out on the Jets. I do expect them to at least try 3 or 4 plays where they go deep to check out and test that young Jets secondary, but I expect Zach Wilson to play well. I know the Panthers have a very young and up-and-coming defense, but the Jets are the youngest team in the league. They're gonna make the mistakes, but they're gonna make them with enthusiasm. I don't think they're gonna be looking over their shoulders the entire time. I'm predicting the upset. Yes, the first upset of the year. I am predicting the Jets to win this one. It's going to be an interesting game nonetheless. Another great game coming up. 2 playoff teams, the Bills and the Steelers, being played up in Buffalo. Now, did you know that the Steelers are starting Ben Roethlisberger again? Hey, another old dude who's still hanging on. And he's going up against one of the best young guns in football in Josh Allen. Steelers have completely revamped their entire offensive scheme. Looks like they're going back to ground and pound. They've rebuilt their whole entire offensive line. They drafted running back Najee Harris coming out of Alabama, mainly because last year the Steelers threw way too many times. They could not run the football. That ain't Steeler football. I look for them to make a whole big change of pace there. Meanwhile, the Bills, they proved last year that they're really good. They have a chance to be great. This is their first game to start that. We got another season out of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I like the Bills in this game. I just think they're going to be a little more cohesive. The Steelers are still, you know, when you got a whole new offensive line, you've got a whole bunch of moving parts you got to figure out. I like the Bills to win that one. Another big matchup, AFC East. The Dolphins taking on the Mac Jones-led Patriots. I know, who knew Mac Jones? I'm so excited, I'm getting like frog's throat. Anyway, this game being played up in New England, so you know the crowd is gonna go nuts. They're giving the keys to Mac Jones to run the Patriot offense. Bill Belichick ain't no fool. In fact, he always likes to think that he's the smartest guy in the room, so he must know something that the rest of the league doesn't know. I know Mac Jones has looked good in preseason, but it's more than just that. I think with the way they're currently constructed, they're going to run the ball hard. They're going to play good defense. They're not going to rely on Mac Jones to win a game with his arm yet. So I like the Dolphins in this one. Oh no, I'm sorry. I like the Patriots to win this one just because of that. The Dolphins, they got a whole bunch of shiny new toys. Tua is running the quarterback, is their starting quarterback now officially. They're not there yet. This is a good test for them. They're going up against a seasoned coach. Not there yet. I feel like the Pats to win that one. We've got the Green Bay Packers playing the Saints. The Saints are now being led by, for the first time in, I don't know how many donkey years, they're being led by Jameis Winston. Jameis has plenty of talent. We all know that. the matter is, the fact is whether he can, harness that talent and to throwing it to guys on his team, not the other team. Green Bay, well, you know who Green Bay is. They're Aaron Rodgers, they're Davante Adams. They can score from you at any time, any place. This game was supposed to be played in the Superdome. However, Hurricane Ida had other plans, so now the Saints are playing this one on the road in Jacksonville. It's a different voice in the locker room trying to get people fired up for it. It's going to be Jameis Winston and not Drew Brees. I don't know if Jameis is there yet. We will find out after this game. That's why I like the Green Bay Packers to win this one. Another great matchup that I'm really digging is the Sunday nighter with the Rams and the Chicago Bears. I like this one mainly because the Andy Dalton, hey, there's an ant crawling on the lens. He wants to be part of the show too. I really like this game because this is going to be the Andy Dalton one-game era because he's going to be running for his life as Aaron Donald tries to break him in half. Meanwhile, the Rams offensively, they're going to be throwing the long ball, I think, a lot, just because they've got a better quarterback in Matt Stafford. Bear fans, just bear with this game. Andy Dalton is going to do his best, but he's not Justin Fields. You'll have Justin Fields starting next week. But in this game, I like the Rams to win. And the final game, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs playing at home against the Cleveland Browns. Many are looking at this as a possible AFC championship game. I think that's almost a given, providing, of course, the Browns don't self-destruct. But I think they've been pretty smart. They're not reading their own hype. They're not believing their own hype. They made a whole lot of additions on defense to go with Myles Garrett. They brought in Jadeveon Clowney, who, although I'm not that big a fan of his, he's never had double-digit sacks in a season, but he will bring pressure. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs, after they got demolished on the offensive line in the Super Bowl, have totally rebuilt that. They're looking good. They rebuilt it with like all pros and all stars and a couple of guys from who didn't play last year. Either they held out for COVID or a rookie. I like the Chiefs to win this one. Chiefs in September under Pat Mahomes are like 10-0. You're kind of hard to go up against to go against that. So I like the Chiefs to win that one. That's going to be a barn burner though. Believe me, the Browns are going to give them all they can handle. That's going to be one of those 31-28 games as defenses run out of gas in the fourth quarter because ain't nobody played 4 quarters yet. That should be a great game. So it's Sunday. It's football. It's the first game of the season. Blow off those chores. Come on. They're still going to be there next Saturday. Watch the games. Go to your favorite watering hole. Practice social distancing. I'm going down to Rowdy Joe's. Christine is going down to Rowdy Joe's. Bullwinkle is going to be down at Rowdy Joe's. All over here on St. Croix's North Shore. We're going to watch the games. Everybody, kick back, have your beverage, hang out with your friends, watch some football, and we'll see you next week.